Bondi is a stage for some of nature's great spectacles.
I think we're in for a massive storm.
Torrential rain floods the beach one day. A dust storm turns it into a Martian landscape on another. And massive swells occasionally wreak havoc on the crowded shore. Not every lifeguard enjoys a storm.
Everyone knows that Jules has a phobia of storms.
No, I don't like storms. They're not my favourite thing at all. I respect them, but I don't like them. I'm not comfortable in storms.
But this storm has another surprise in store. One that's got everyone ducking for cover.
Some of the hailstones were honestly like the size of golf balls.
They're full on. Mate, how gnarly.
I hadn't seen hail that big for many years, and we were all pretty amazed by it.
You're getting bigger. Look at the ones over there. Look at water.
Of course, I always get a bit concerned about the surfers in the water, just because of the size of the hailstones, you know.
Look at all the surfers with their boards on their head.
It's the biggest hailstorm to hit Sydney in 20 years. And some locals don't want to miss the occasion.
Here we are! We're stuck in the surf! Woo!
Oh, I've pretty much come down here every day for the last 53 years. That's quite unusual, yeah. We, get a little bit of hail, but not like that normally.
It's hailing! Yeah, you don't want to get them on your head.
One of the great things of Bondi, it's normally a beautiful, lovely beach, but when it's bad, it's bad.
The perfect day at the beach is turning pear-shaped. Thousands of beachgoers are suddenly desperate to get off the sand and undercover. One unlikely beachgoer has had a much tougher ride.
The sewage drain at Flat Rock.
Yeah.
He was getting swept out there, and we saw it and just picked it up.
Just keep him up there and keep him close so he stays nice and warm.
During the downpour, the stormwater drain at North Bondi delivered this half-drowned feline into the sea. The moggy owes its life to 14-year-old local hero Alex.
Righto, so we've got the Ranger or...
Yeah, call the Ranger.
Okay. Well done, lads. Done really well.
Good on you.
Modgy's been through a bit of an ordeal.
Yeah, that's right.
Got yourself a new best mate.
He was very happy to see you, mate.
Yeah.
Mate, take a seat. Well done. And that cat is absolutely loving him. It's just like got the little hug on.
See how scared it must have been. Look how loved it is to look at the collar on it. Everyone's cat.
Diamond-studded collar.
They'll be happy to see.
That's a Bondi cat.
Local rangers arrive to take the moggy to the vet for a checkup while they try to locate its owner.
You're soaked.
Years earlier, during a storm at Bondi, a man was struck by lightning directly in front of the Lifeguard tower.
I've gone up to the viewing platform and saw this guy just laid out. And so we basically went into our CPR mode. It's made me more responsible around storms.
It's terrifying, the lightning, and I've experienced it firsthand. I brought an Irish doctor back to life.
To learn more about the danger lightning poses to beachgoers, Lifeguards have invited meteorologist Tom Hoff to Bondi.
Is the beach one of the most dangerous places to be when a storm comes through?
It's worse to be in the water because there's a lot less that you can do when you're in the water. When lightning strikes hit water, they kind of spread horizontally across the surface. There's no set distance that we know of for how far away from the point of contact you'd need to be before you're safe. With this one being on the beach, again, quite possible here at Bondi. The best place for you to be then would be either in a building or in your car, not touching any of the metal surfaces in the car. Just sit in your car until the storm passes.
Lifeguards must be prepared in case another beachgoer is struck by lightning.
The Irish doctor that Chapel and I resuscitated, he came back to the tower before he went home to Ireland with his girlfriend, and he was still in a wheelchair months later. And he basically said all his systems got short-circuited.
Like, I think it's only a matter of time down here before someone else gets struck.
A stormy summer is not what Bondi's lifeguards ordered.
It is cold and it's really weird. There's hardly anyone around, you know, and this is the time for everyone to be celebrating their holidays and sunbaking, but there's no one here.
Well, obviously the hot days bring the people with the workload, and then the wet days, less people, less workload, but it doesn't mean we can put our feet up and relax. It still brings plenty of challenges, that bad weather.
At the north end, a bunch of kayakers have reported one of their companions missing.
We've got two paddlers that have come from Malabar. They're going to meet at Ben Buckler on the way to Camp Cove. They left before one of the guys. They've been here for about half an hour and he hasn't shown up.
You got a life jacket today?
Yellow hat and an orange vest and life jacket.
Yeah, so there's two concerns at this stage. One, either the patient has fallen off his ski and he's swimming around in the treacherous conditions. The other situation would be that he's overshot Bondi and he's turned around and he's paddling into it. You know, there's a really strong southerly wind and southerly swell, and to fight against that would be an absolute nightmare.
The kayakers started their journey 10 kilometres south of Bondi and haven't seen their friend for close to 45 minutes.
Yeah, copy, mate. We're having a good scan now.
Harries instructs the team to send an emergency message to all lifeguards along the coastline.
Utilise all your resources, contact Tamarama, Bronte, obviously tell them on the radio you want to contact Coogee Lifeguards, ask them if they can see a ski. What we're trying to do is put all controls in place.
Kayaks and skis are easily capsized in these conditions.
The best and most defensible measure right now for us is ice. All right, we've got assets everywhere along the coastline. A big ocean journey heading from Malabar all the way down to Bondi. You become quite vulnerable out in the open ocean.
Just as the ski is being prepared for launch, a call on the police radio.
We've got reports of a kayaker in distress 200 metres offshore Ben Buckler.
The conditions were quite rough and treacherous. People get quite fatigued out in the open ocean.
Police confirm a sighting near cliffs at North Bondi.
We're getting reports that he's 200 off Ben Buckler.
When you can see something.
Yeah, there's reports that he's out there.
Yeah, sweet. We're about to launch the ski from here and start conducting a search.
When you're going out for a search and rescue, there's so many things that are going through your mind. You're thinking about the worst case scenario. I was potentially thinking that we'll be looking for someone floating out in the ocean. Then it is a massive threat to any ocean paddler being out in a storm cell to get hit by lightning. You just don't want to be there.
Just heading down about 200 metres north of Ben Buckler.
Soon after passing Ben Buckler Headland, Harries makes a sighting.
Yeah, we got him. It's about 200 metres around to the north. We've got Ben Buckler. Yeah, copy that.
The kayaker overshot Bondi. Now, to get back, he has to paddle against the powerful southerly wind.
I decided to chaperone him in because I know after all these years, things go wrong. And I knew as soon as we got to the wave zone, with a large ski, that ocean ski is just going to get destroyed. Oh, yeah, he's off. Jump off the sled. When you're out in open water, big swells coming through, Mother Nature owns you.
Fortunately, the situation isn't far worse. No matter what the weather, Bondi's lifeguards must remain vigilant.
Even when the storms do come in, you can't completely let your guard down because not everyone leaves the water.
The lifeguards allow. There's been an earthquake in Chile and there's been a heavy tsunami warning. It's one of those things that if we say it's nothing's going to happen, something does happen, then we're in all kinds of strife.
On such a benign morning, A natural disaster seems implausible, but lifeguards are reminded of a fateful day 72 years ago. On Black Sunday in 1938, hundreds of swimmers were swept out in a massive surge. 35 people were resuscitated. 5 died. The giant waves on that day were also experienced up and down the coast. Scientists have since speculated Bondi's worst disaster may have been caused by a tsunami.
Not sure if you're aware, but we have been issued with a tsunami warning. So the flags are coming down. If you could please leave the water, find a safer place.
It's now just after 8 a.m. The tsunami is expected at 8:30.
Is there seriously going to be a tsunami or not?
Mate, I don't know, but we just have to act with it as well, so. A possible tsunami? Yeah. A pretty serious earthquake over near Chile somewhere.
Chile and...
Yeah, it's a long way away, yeah.
Yeah.
They all turned around when they heard what I was saying, so they're probably just having their last swim before Armageddon comes, I think.
Conditions on Bondi could barely appear safer, yet the beach is officially closed.
My Achilles are stuffed. I reckon Boxers is worse, so I reckon if I'm not going to survive and it gets me, I know he's already gone.
News crews gather to cover what could be an impending natural disaster. Then, new information comes to hand.
Toby said it's hit New Zealand. It's on the news now. So they reckon we'll definitely see something. Yeah.
It's hit New Zealand, so and we'll probably be able to see something.
A revised warning predicts the tsunami will now arrive at 1 p.m. It could be just a minor surge, or something far more dangerous. But lifeguards have no power to prevent swimmers from going into the water.
People are just jumping in now, and makes it difficult for us if something does happen to get people to believe us that it is going to happen and get them back out of the water.
The media is in a frenzy.
Something happens, they're going to crucify us. Every beach be having the same problem. We've done the warning and just say, can't physically remove us.
By mid-morning, nothing has happened. The crowd, even lifeguards, are beginning to relax.
We don't actually know what's going to happen in the ocean. The ocean could recede. We could get large waves.
It's almost 1 p.m. If something does happen, it's not far away.
Tsunami, 24 minutes to leave the beach, please. Higher ground.
I think the tsunami will not come here.
Please retreat to higher ground.
No, I go in the water and swim. I'm not afraid.
21 minutes, the tsunami's coming in.
The waves that hit New Zealand were barely noticeable. Now, everyone becomes increasingly blasé.
I think we'll start on the beach.
Yeah.
Find higher ground. Yeah, higher ground. Katoomba is the highest spot, but it'd take too long to get there. You're looking at probably an hour 40 to get there on a Sunday.
1 o'clock comes, and still nothing happens.
People aren't taking it serious at all. And that would be along the whole east coast of Australia. We have to do everything in the best interest of the public to keep them safe. So you're telling them to move to higher ground. Well, they're happy down here at Bondi.
Once again, the tsunami fails to follow schedule. Finally, at 5:30 p.m, head lifeguard Hoppo receives breaking news.
The main tsunami waves have now passed all Australian locations. Tsunami warnings of New South Wales are therefore cancelled. We've gone and put the red and yellow flags back up, and Bondi is now back to normal.
After one of Bondi's most bizarre days, swimmers safely return to the joys of the surf.